I'm very pleased to welcome everyone to this flagship program of the Nigerian Business Disability Network, themed Eliminating Barriers Against Inclusive Workplaces in the Private Sector. This is a very significant program as we join the rest of the world to mark the Global Accessibility Awareness Day. It's a day that's been set aside to promote awareness about the need for accessibility and inclusion for people with disabilities. I am glad that Nigerians are starting to have these conversations to educate one another on the seriousness of inclusion. Respecting the rights of people with disabilities is necessary for upholding Nigeria's values of dignity, respect, understanding, and generosity. While we may have sidelined some of these values as a nation, causing us to relegate inclusion efforts, our collective duty as Nigerians is to ensure that we reignite this effort and consequently our values as a people. Before the program started, at the table I am seated on, Dr. Joy was sharing some experiences with us, and it is clear that we all have responsibility and accountability to help ensure that we have an inclusive society in the country. As we set out to drive the various agendas within our organizations, we must recognize persons with disabilities for who they are, effective agents of change, whose contributions also bring enormous benefits to society. I was saying to my colleagues earlier on that I've found out over time that persons with disabilities are usually more innovative than others. And I think that we need to embrace them, include them, and harness the potentials that they have. We must better understand the importance of empowerment, accessibility, and equity in sustainable development. We must foster collaboration with other businesses, civil society, disability communities, and international organizations. This is indeed the role of the Nigerian Business Disability Network. About 2 years ago, a few of my colleagues from various institutions came together to create the network, following the path of the Global Business Disability Network of the International Labour Organization. The network is now a growing community of companies committed to taking steps through policies, programs, and our operations to bring about lasting and transformative change concerning disability inclusion in the private sector. Our efforts will contribute to the attainment of the Discrimination Against Persons with Disabilities Prohibition Act and the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals. Even though most of our members are still on the journey to assess and bridge the gaps regarding disability inclusion in our workplaces, we are glad to observe some semblance of progress. And I will state over and over again, the technical support that we get from site savers is intense, and it has really contributed to the success of the network till date. In my organization, for instance, we took the first step in carrying out a voluntary disability ready assessment with the support of Site Savers Nigeria, a fellow member of the network. And I know that there are quite a number of organizations here that are members of the network that have taken advantage of that window of opportunity. So I would also like to say to as many organizations as are in the room and are not members of the network to join us and also be able to access the opportunities that exist for us. This gives us a truly honest picture of where we are and shows where we need to improve in line with global best practices and local regulations. From where I sit, I know that we need to improve a lot. It has been helpful being a part of a community where ideas are exchanged and ways to improve the current realities of disability inclusion in the Nigerian private sector are discussed. Nigeria is in the infant stages of promoting a comprehensive and coordinated manner approach towards disability inclusion, whether with respect to human rights or sustainable development. Nonetheless, the 2018 legislative action has triggered a response across the country, one of which is this network, which will strive committedly to raise awareness and stand as a voice of the private sector for disability inclusion in Nigeria. We're very happy to welcome organizations looking to be part of this great vision, seeking support or well-positioned to add value to the network. Together, we have a collective commitment and a collective ambition to make progress, which, without realizing the rights of the people with disabilities, can never be achieved. In the words of the UN Secretary General, in all our actions, our goal is clear: a world in which all persons can enjoy equal opportunities, participate in decision-making, and truly benefit from economic, social, political, and cultural life. That is a goal worth fighting for. That is our goal. Thank you, and God bless you.